Hi, I'm Bill Exton, Head Professional here at New South Wales Golf Club and a member of the Performance Golf Group. Today we're going to talk about club fitting, the importance of making sure that your clubs fit your swing. The four important ingredients of club fitting are 1 shaft length, 2 the lie angle, 3 the grip size, and 4 the shaft flex, in any particular order. But all 4 are very important for getting the best performance out of your club. We're going to start off with the shaft length. This is very important to make sure that the shaft suits your posture. And we're going to tape up the face of the club and get Adrian, my assistant, to hit several shots here, and we'll see where his impact position is. If it's in the middle, we know the shaft of the club is very suitable to his length. And if it's outside centre or inside centre, we know we have to make an adjustment, which we can do from the fitting card here, where we have different lengths of shaft available, and we'll just simply change the length until we get the sweet spot right in the middle of the tape. The next important thing to know is the lie angle. Now we've achieved the length, now we need to know the right angle of the head hitting the ball. This is very important, and I've used my little device here, alignment device, to show how critical it is that if the club is hitting the centre of the ground, you're getting true aim, true alignment. But should the club be at the wrong lie angle, perhaps with the heel hitting the ground first, you can see how it's really going to affect both the angle and the direction of the ball flight. So it is hugely important that we get the lie angle absolutely correct for each player. The next important measurement is lie angle, and we find out the correct lie of the club by placing lie tape on the sole of the iron, and then we get the player, when they're addressing the ball and hitting the shot on the lie board, that will give us a very clear indication of what part of the club is hitting the lie board first. And ideally, when we look at the tape, we would like to see the mark right here in the centre, and that will indicate the correct lie angle for that player. Okay, we can see here that the marking is a little bit on the inside, which means that we're going to get the wedge bent a little bit flatter, a degree or two, to bring that right into the centre. And usually we find the wedges need to be about 2 degrees flatter than the rest of the set. The third area is shaft flex, finding the right flex of shaft to give you the best height and performance for your swing. Now, we've already measured Adrian's swing, his swing speed, but more importantly we've observed his trajectory in the air. It's so important to be able to watch the ball flight in the air, and we can determine from that that we need to go to a shaft which is a little bit more flexible to help with his launch angle. So we're trying to get the ball a little bit higher in the air, and to do this I'm going to change over shafts. I'm now going to take the iron head and I'm going to put in a shaft with a little bit more kick point in it, and this should suit his swing well. To do this, we're using the Titleist fitting system here, which is a new system which is very handy. It allows me to interchange different heads with different lie angles, with different shaft lengths and different shaft flex, and you can see from the display that we've got graphite and steel available. So we've got the full wide range, several hundred choices of club to be used here. Now that we've done the irons, it's important to look at the wedges. We do the wedges separately because we find, depending on the golfer, the angle that the golfer uses to come into the ball, whether it be steep or whether it be more of a sweeping action, that affects the bounce they should require. And also, with the wedges, we tend to find that you need at least a degree or 2 less on the wedges to centre the hit. Finally, we're going to look at drivers. I'll get Adrian to hit several drivers here, and we'll try and find the right driver to suit his swing. And the 2 important ingredients here are loft of club and the shaft flex, to try and give the best results that we can give each player. We've measured Adrian's swing on the launch monitor. We've watched him hit several balls. We now know the spin rate of the ball, and we now know the swing speed. So now we can calculate and change up to find the right shaft that gives him a slightly slower spin rate and a slightly better trajectory to maximise the ball flight. It's very important to be able to visually see this as well, that we can see the ball staying in the air for the maximum amount of time. If we see a ball that goes high but drops very quickly, or we see a ball that starts out low and goes to ground quickly, we know that that shaft is most probably too strong or too flexible for the player, and we can change accordingly. And by changing the shafts around, we can start to judge, watching the ball flight and watching his spin rate on the launch monitor, what is the best wood for him. As we've just gone through all the other clubs in the bag, it's also important to make sure that your putter is correctly suited to your game. And these days we have the teaching putters or adjustment putters, where we can work out the right lie angle and the right length to again give you the best stroke possible with your putting. And I'll demonstrate that for you now. We take these measurements using the adjustable putter and a putting mirror to get the player to take their correct grip, correct position, and then to bend over, line up to the target and move over far enough until their eyes are directly over the ball line to the hole. This gives us the correct length of putter, and also by adjustment gives us the correct lie of the putter. So now we know we have the putter to suit that player and to suit their swing. The final thing that we usually check in a club fit is grip size. Grip size is very important to make sure that your hand fits around the club correctly so it performs correctly. What we usually look for in the grip size, in the correct grip size, is that when the hand is placed on the club, I should find that the middle two fingers just lightly touch the inside of the palm of my hand. Obviously, if the fingers are well under the hand, or the fingernails are digging into the palm, the grip is too thin, and the opposite being, if the grip is too large, my fingers won't touch. And this is important to make sure we get a nice comfortable fit where there is no strain in the hand can comfortably sit on the handle, and you can achieve that relaxed position. We also have a wide choice of types of grip as well as size, as you can see that I have on display here on the table, whether you want to go to rubber or cord. So as well as the correct size, we want the correct type that will give you a secure feeling when you're holding the club. Well, there you have it. I hope you now understand a little bit more about the importance of the club fitting your swing. Please go to your performance golf professional and ask their help in making sure that your equipment suits your game.